You encounter some minor, well, it's a minor storm within drift, but nothing your ship can just simply fly through. As you fly through it, you eventually start to near your destination. And as you get closer, you tear a hole into the drift, the clouds and purple parting, the bright yellow sun, grand and resplendent, so he cuts through all this unnatural light, and whoop, you are now hanging above the planet Agian. Before you, a space station looms overhead, still being built. Bits and
God,
pieces of it floating.
it looks so evil.
It's just backlit. It's not like it's
Evil.
black.
It is the Dark Lord Prava's Death Citadel.
Yeah.
It's painted in the blood of our enemies.
Yep.
It's just backlit by the sun.
That's what they always say.
That's
Are
what
we
you
the
always
bad
say.
guys?
Are we the bad guys? Well, you haven't stuffed an orbital weapon on it yet, so I don't think so.
No nuke set either. Although we still need a name for it. I'm putting Dread Citadel out there, but
Lord Prava, your Dread Citadel rules. I've been picking up lingo on the net.
This is what's commonly known on the internet as a death citadel.
You should put nukes on it.
Ah,
as
yes,
the kids
this
say,
is where the-
for the memes.
This is where the death happens.
I'm gonna have to start monitoring your internet activity.
No, by the splendid,
I am
the splendid
amazed
library of
you-
information.
why is Prava's internet activity not being monitored at this point?
I'm gonna whisper to Kuzon. Just
I have
use a child.
discovered brilliant TikTok.
Just use a child lock and make
Just
him,
as long as
use that.
As long as it doesn't become a TikTok account, I think we're good.
I suspect Prava has either a TikTok account or some sort of Instagram
No,
relevant one.
A TikTok accountant. I just learned about that yesterday.
Wait, TikTok accountant.
Yeah, an accountant on TikTok.
How does that work? What is that exactly?
So someone says that they're an accountant.
Yeah.
Nobody asks questions.
Hey, numbers gang! I'm here trying to crunch my business's yearly taxes.
No, guys, they're prostitutes.
What?
Oh my god.
They have one OnlyFans.
Oh my god. But yes, essentially, as you are hanging above the station, you do get some normal, like, who are you, send your transponder signal, all the basics that you do when going near any building in space.
Coming from our space station?
Yes.
Okay, I'm immediately gonna identify myself as the owner of the...
Sorry, but the owner is currently in a meeting. Can I ask who your name is, and please give your identification of your ship? Thank you.
I am Captain Prava of the Perseverance. Here are all of our ship codes, docking procedures.
Ah, Overseer Prava, welcome. Please proceed to docking bay 62. All other docking bays are in disrepair. Thank you.
Alright. To docking bay 62. Damn, 62 whole docking bays? Is this like the highest number docking bay, or is this like a middling docking bay?
Well, you can see that it's less about a docking bay and more just like a port that you just stick to. So there's a lot of those.
Yeah, and keep an eye on our passenger, right? No weapons, no leaving without us knowing. Make sure no doesn't let him go.
Kuro was like, what are you talking about? I thought I was leaving. This is my drop-off point.
Wait, didn't you want to go to Acton?
I can get shot from here. Acton's like right below us.
Oh, perfect! Then Aiden very excitedly gives him all his gear and not literally, figuratively boots him off the ship. Have a safe flight, don't be a stranger, don't let the door hit you on the way back. Now fuck off.
Just shoved him off into space. He's like, gravity will do it.
Look, Kuro's gonna turn around, look at you and go, I have a feeling you're sore about me shooting at you.
Gee, you think? I give him a stink eye. You destroyed half a building with that rifle. If I didn't dodge, that thing would have incinerated me instantly.
For a
I'm sure.
mercenary, he takes these things very personally. It's not.
I know, right? It's weird. Maybe this isn't your line of work. That's coming from a cop. He says as he nods, gets his rifle, puts everything on, and starts to head out of the airlock. Oswald looks towards you. Have a safe trip, but please make sure you take your coats for any rain.
Hey, since we're here, Oswald, you need anything?
A new actuator would be lovely, sir. My arm has been acting up.
Tell you what, when I make some profit, I'll let sure Kuzon knows it. We'll get you something.
Oh, thank you, sir. Have a safe trip.
See ya.
And each one who goes out is like, have a safe trip, sir. Who's on? Have a safe trip, Prava. Have a safe trip, right? Have a safe trip, Thiveron.
You as well.
He's a good boy.
Hey, Kuzon, after Prava sells the cargo we've got, Oswald is asking for a new actuator or something. You know how to make one of those?
I could probably put one of those together. Ooh.
Fancy.
Of course,
We're
wet science in
sophisticated
space,
enough to have
classic.
wet floor signs now.
Dude,
We never would have had that on the Perseverance.
Dude, think about this. Like, we live in the future. We have all these amazing techs, all these alien races, all these amazing things. But our bane of our existence is still a fucking wet floor. We still need the science.
Listen, OSHA
We have to
compliance.
cover ourselves
never-
in case of liability.
Look, some people have hooves, alright?
Slippery floors are the bane of my existence. I have no
You-
traction.
You'd think with, at this point we'd had the technology to make sure that wet floors are not an issue.
Ah, yes, they just have instant dryers everywhere. What if someone
I'll
spills
just
some water?
stick a little rubber stoppers on your horseshoes. It'll be fine.
All
You can
with like chitinous smooth feet, and he's like 20% of shear and dye slipping in the shower. All right.
20%.
By the way-
I think if there was a 20% chance of you dying in a
I
shower,
want to see the
Dude, if there was a 20% chance that Prava would die in the shower, Aiden would probably be taking showers with Prava at this point.
I gotta make sure. No, get out. I gotta make sure you don't die. He is
Oh.
very tiny, 6 arms, very fluffy.
Oh, he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
He's very small, and he's like, yes, don't worry, everything's done to the highest order. You can see the wet floor sign just go, the highest order.
Kuzon, don't harass the helpers.
There's like regular engineer standards though, then there's Kuzon standards.
fine.
So
Well, he's free to
Yeah.
check over the entire ship.
Yeah.
I
you
will.
wouldn't stop him
Don't tell
if
him
you
that.
wanted to.
You're the best.
Yeah, it's like Kuzon.
Brian gets
like,
breakfast from someone. Screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I only have one.
Kuzon would just would be like, you wouldn't be able to put any doors between me and the rest of the ship. I'd squeeze right past them.
Oh well, feel free to. I'm just saying it'll probably take you about a year to check on every nut and bolt, and you know.
Yeah, give me the data here. How big is this station? How many rooms do we got? What's the current status of completion?
Well, it's a relatively small station. Has a company of around about. Let's see. He's like bringing it up on the console. Even as Aiden's are you still ruffling his hair as he's like bringing this stuff
Yes,
up?
I am. By the way, when he mentioned that the station is relatively small, you see that Aiden's offended that his station is considered small.
It has a company of 20 crew. It can house around about 100 people. That's both singular and families. So, you know, it's a relatively nice station.
Very
We have
new,
a
very
best
new.
station.
The best place you've ever worked, right? Eh?
Well, to be
Well-
honest, it's not even open yet, so I don't know if I like it here yet.
Oh,
I'm just building the place.
like, well, okay.
Though the building plans seem to be very nice. There's a swimming pool in the sixth section.
Oh. We'll have all the amenities. Is there a gym, a spa?
There's not a intense gym, but there is one for recreational workouts.
Mhm.
There's also
On
a
the
spa.
side,
There's a movie theater.
Oh.
I wonder who approved these plans.
Kuzon and Prava probably just like exchange.
There is, however, a nice combat training bay.
Now we're talking.
Oh yeah, Aiden doesn't know like anything about what we put in here, does he? 'Cause we
Nope.
did this like when the session he wasn't in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these designs have like Prava and Kuzon written all over them. It's like half fluffy amenities and half like super practical.
It's like,
Is
yes.
the pool an infinity pool? It goes off into the void of space. Oh my god, that would be so cool.
That would be cool. I gotta remember to make that. But there is also a medical bay that's being built. There is also a brig. Honestly, don't know why that's put in. Probably for criminals. All rooms are very luxurious. Oh, that reminds me. Could you guys please put your hand on this panel?
Mm-hmm. That's actually exactly what I was thinking.
Thiveron does so.
As you do, you almost feel this tiny little needle just, like jab you in your palm of your hand. Just okay, your biometric data has been uploaded to the computer. Now you can access the ship. As overseers, you have access to all parts of the ship. Even the unfinished parts, so please be careful not to walk outside in space.
I imagine he said that as Rob was walking towards like an airlock.
He's like, no, that corridor leads nowhere, sir. Please no.
Yeah, I was wondering, am I given overseer privilege? I can't imagine I am.
Apparently
I
you
think
have
you're
just
still a
been,
little
but I think the
No.
guy had just assumed you were one of the overseers.
Dope. Alright.
You came with the other overseers, so like, why would he think differently?
Yeah, the overseers didn't complain. It was like, do my job properly.
Administrator yet?
Alright. Sounds good. I'm gonna check the logs to see if that guy's here then.
I'm gonna immediately abuse my power. Perfect. As you look, you do see that an entourage from a Reed Foundation is on board. There's a few people, but apparently there's also a few at the meeting with the owner. But a good vast majority of the people, and the one that you are looking for is apparently just after the hub area. He's apparently hanging around one of the elevators.
Well, my business is at the hub, so I'm heading that way anyway.
So, if you guys are going to be, after you checked out your rooms and the like, and put your, is Thiveron going to put his religion symbols up before you guys head down to the hub?
Yeah, that's what he was doing. Is he was going to his room to set up a small shrine to Talavit, using any like extra blankets that they might have, and then putting a little holy symbol down, and then head back down.
Prava doesn't even bother to check out his room, but he does send one of the robots from the ship to bring his really nice chair from that mech up to his room in the station.
Haha, perfect. This chair will now be my seat of power.
I'll just
A
load
phone for Dark Overlord.
I'll
Sorry,
load
Kuzon.
like a bunch of personal effects onto the mule and just send it to walk up there and park itself in the room for me to deal with later.
Okay then. And as you're doing that and soon heading down to the hub area.
The hub.
The hub, yes.
What's all the hubbub, bub?
What have you done?
We're gonna have a new image for the hub. Do we get like a big fancy?
Don't worry. I did make I modified an image for it. Don't worry.
Are you using Firefox, Ash?
I'll just put the music on.
Ooh, me like.
You can see various people going around their days, the pouring of water and the plant life that is just filling the room at every corner that they could fit it, completely contrasting Akiton below you. And also the small little space fights that are also happening over the planet. You can swear you see some poor sap getting broadsided.
Something tells me he's gonna be doing that for a long, long time.
Ah, you say that, but I also have an image about him there, so...
Oh, okay.
Wait, so if we look out the window of our station, we see like space combat happening right outside of our...
Not right outside, a few, like, there's, you know, relatively
Yeah.
close space.
Yeah, space, so I'm sure it's like several hundred kilometers away. But visible in the skies around our space station is someone getting attacked.
Yeah.
This is a very safe neighborhood you have parked your station in.
Yeah. We have a lot of interest in Akiton, but now I'm starting to worry. Is this a bad neighborhood, guys?
As he says that, Aiden says, you do realize that most of my mercenary work is on this planet, right?
Can we get scanners out to find out who's in combat over there?
You asking this general guard who's just standing around as you come out the elevator?
Yeah, I turned to the first person who looks like an employee of the station, like, hey, are our scanners up yet?
Yes, I believe they are, sir. Why?
I just want to know, what's going on in the space around my station. If we could get scanners on that fight over there and figure out who's engaged, that'd be great.
Oh, they've already been scanned, sir. Let me just checks his data pad. Yes, Bazuli Corporation and the Bultok Corporation.
Oh, it's just two companies fighting it out? Okay. Prava kind of loses interest when we find them.
No, that is common over Akiton, sir.
Yeah, I figure this is a big corp planet, not much of a centralized government, so, these people just kind of do as they please. If they want to destroy each other, Prava just shrugs.
Well, yes, as long as they keep the fights between themselves, it's all very above board. Kuzon, you probably know this as well because, well, this is where the majority of your really good scrap comes from, is where ships fall out of the sky.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, everybody keeps thinking that Akiton's a dump, but for Kuzon and Aiden, oh, this planet's amazing, I get all my work here.
Some of this stuff will be really good scrap you could probably add onto your space station.
It's like I was hatched from a crater dropped by a ship caused by a megacorp. Great. That was where my egg came out.
Look, they're building homes for the Ishkari people without even knowing.
Don't worry, their ships are generally also piloted by robotic beings, non-sentient. I mean, if they lose manpower, then, they couldn't keep up this.
Man, some people take corporate warfare way too literally.
I agree, sir.
If you think this is bad, Aiden, let's see Versus.
Alright. Now that Prava knows nobody's dying in this proxy war, he's gonna go and admire the garden.
So you may want to stay out of a bionicle by... I'm sorry, I cannot speak. I apologize.
Oh wow, the
You
guy
may
is
want to
dyslexic.
stay... Yes, he is. This is his deep backstory. He's dyslexic. They haven't fixed dyslexia in the future. I'm sorry, but as he says, you may not want to go into the gardens. Well, this one is fine, but the one that provides food and oxygen is going a bit wild right now. You may not want to go and visit.
Wild how?
Well, they brought some druids on and tried to accelerate the growth of the Hypotric Garden, but Yeah, it's gone a little while. Don't worry, everything's under control.
This
This
isn't
man
a
has
little
only increased Prava's interest in.
This isn't a little shop of horrors situation, is it?
No. I mean, it did grab one of the scientists, but I'm pretty sure he's okay.
Drew?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I've had that kind of magic before. And where are these gardens, so I know the best path to avoid them?
Oh, yes, they're on the lower levels, sir.
Cool. cool.
Here, I'll send it to your data pad. There we go.
Prava, don't do it.
Prava makes a note to go visit the gardens
Oh,
before we go
goddamn.
back to the ship.
I just like this music.
Very chill.
It's meant to be chill, even when all the chaos is going on in the background.
Beautiful symphony to watch the destruction of ships too. I'm gonna be tracking the Reed Foundation guys on the data pad the entire time. Also, by the way,
Impressively watching wherever they are. You walk 5 feet to the left.
There are actually 3 of them standing basically at the window watching the fight right now.
Oh,
Like they have the big R logo on their backs and everything.
I am watching them intently, and I keep glancing over at Prava and at them. Prava's the one who wanted me to wait, right?
Soon, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
just I haven't typed this up just yet, but this is the logo.
Nice.
All done by Nicole, isn't it nice?
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like how you've integrated into one letter. Nice. By the way, as Aiden sees Bryn fidgeting and looking all bothered about the situation, he puts an arm on her shoulder and says, "Hey, relax. If you tire yourself out now, you won't have energy for later when we confront them. Just take a deep breath, you'll be fine. Patience. An experienced hunter knows when to rest and when to strike. Now's not the time."
That is very wise, but I will. These are squirrely people on your ship. Keep an eye on them. You don't know what they are up to.
They're up to nothing. They're good, boys and girls.
I mean, look at it this way. Considering where we are, there's plenty of armed guards around. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna try anything funny. We've got them on the back foot here. Once we're ready to confront them, they got nowhere to go.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan. She relaxes minutely, but it's still like
Still jittery.
it's still like side eyeing them, like they're still there. All right, that one scratched their butt.
By the way, Asher,
all right.
there's some fast food dispensers. Like, are there machines with drinks and such?
There are some vending machines, though it looks like the restaurants and like haven't been built yet.
Oh, vending machines, perfect. Is there something like apple juice or some kind of something made from fruits?
You can get that synthesized, yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna buy some apple juice and I'm gonna offer it to Bryn to distract her. Here, why don't you try one of these since you like trying new stuff, right? Check this out. It's pretty cool.
I do. Okay. She like starts sipping it, and it's like her eyes go really big. This is the sweetest liquid I have ever tasted.
I know, right? Can you believe it? When apples get squeezed, some of them are actually pretty sweet. You'd think that they're all sour, but nah, apparently some of them are sweet.
Oh, I don't know what these apples are, but I do enjoy this beverage.
By the way, how much did that cost me, Ash? Because I literally had to swipe cash from somebody. I literally don't have 2 credits to my name.
That cost you like 1 credit, like no, 2 credits.
Yeah, and I don't have those, so I had to pickpocket somebody to get that.
Don't think the overseer should be loose hands on the. Don't do that again.
Sleight of hand, I just pickpocketed somebody so I can buy the drink.
Well,
If
there's
you-
all these fountains here. Are there any like credits that people just, you know, how they put credits in fountains and stuff? Just like dig your hand.
Oh my god. It's like I'm the owner of the
Hey,
station. God, I'm
I
so
wouldn't-
poor.
I wouldn't have to do this if I had any money. I have literally zero money, so I'm gonna have to pickpocket somebody, okay?
Sleight of hand then.
Right now.
I already rolled 18.
18. So this one like person's coming past with his camera. It's like, oh wow, this is amazing. And you click, like just clicky scan over your small data pad over his credits. Take 2 credits out. He's like, oh wow, I'm so glad I came here. I wonder if that water is actually like pure. And he goes over there, and now you have 2 credits.
Can Prava sleight of hand to give that guy 2 credits without anyone knows?
You can attempt sleight of hand. Yes, you give him back his 2 credits. He then goes over to water, and as he's distracted by you, put it back in. You're just gonna get a really weird video. It's like someone took 2 credits out and put it back in. What?
Must be a bug in the matrix.
So weird. Okay, so the adventure of Brian's apple juice has been completed.
Charged like, by the bank for that debit.
This was the highest stakes situation that we've been a part of so far.
Hey, I'm just lucky I didn't have to use Thiveron's reroll for this, otherwise he probably would have never given me that reroll again.
Now, Aiden, when you do this fraudulent transaction,
Alright, we're probably gonna go do legitimate business now. Are there any tradery types here? Anyone with big bags and lots of luggage?
Well, in order to speed it along a little, do you want to just make a roll in order to, because there's just people all over. You're basically trading back and forth.
Is this the Wolf on Wall Street situation?
All right, so that's an extra. I see 5%.
Prava on Wall Street.
Let me see.
Oh, hold on. I also would have used my photon influence. I would have meditated for a sec for an extra 1d6 on that. So just.
Okay, so in total, if you sell all your 12,000 stuff off, you would get around about 14,000 credits worth of stuff back.
Nice.
As despite in the packed world, trading it's all right, but it's like everybody shares everything.
Okay,
if you went outside, but yes, generally you got a nice tidy profit on the gear since you
Okay.
came to Akiton.
So doing the math real quick, that's 2,800 for Aiden, Kuzon, and Bryn.
Wait, how much
Nice!
did we just
Finally
get?
cash.
2,800.
Ooh, money.
For Thiveron, he gets 700.
Wow, you're keeping check
And
on all of
Prava
these.
gets 4,900.
Hey Brian, now I can actually afford to buy you juice.
what should I get?
700.
I also
Because you
didn't
put
realize
500 in
I
before.
had some credits. I could have bought the juice.
It's fine, it's fine. But yes, you got 700 because you put 500 in, I believe. So you all made a nice tidy profit.
Yeah.
If you just spent your time doing this all the time, you would earn even more.
Yeah.
Screw adventures. I'm sure you don't need revenge or anything.
We're a trade ship now. We just go back and forth between Akiton and Absalom, and every once in a while there will be a fight just of pirates. But other than that, it's just a chill life back and forth.
I mean,
Exactly.
if you're on the trade market on the station, Prava, and we just do a couple of runs for more rare and hard to get materials, we'd probably make bank.
Yeah, you probably have a bunch of rare materials in the ship that
I turned some of it into a gun.
I take my money into a gun.
like material just anywhere else in the.
Is it one of those like cash guns that shoot dollar bills?
To be fair, Kuzon, everything you make is a gun.
Even your new arm.
Just find out that literally everything Kuzon has ever invented has like a secret button that reveals a gun.
those light bulbs you made for that one guy. Gun.
You press a button,
they
the
can
light
see.
bulb opens up, and there's a
It just-
miniature gun inside.
It's just.
It's a filament gun.
It'd be make sense if it turned into a Tesla coil, but it'd be funnier if it just had had a Glock.
Kuzon builds a gun, and inside the gun there's a gun.
So, what are you guys doing now? The peaceful aura of the hub area, you have running water, the swaying of the bushes, the Reed Foundation watching the battle, and apparently the guy that you are looking for is down the very large hallway towards the main elevators.
Oh, he hasn't moved this whole time. All
No.
right.
Yeah, Prava finishes trading, so as per the promise, Brian can now go confront him.
Well, Prava finishes his trading and like turns around, and Bryn has been behind him every step of the way.
Just
It's
staring.
like fluffing your fist, staring like now.
now.
Go get it, girl.
Let's go. It's like,
That's good. Go on.
she kind of like grabs onto your sleeve and is like, we good? We go now? We
Prava
go?
turns and he just gives one slight nod, and then probably has to run to keep up with her.
She's like doing one of those power walks.
Okay then. So you go towards the Reed Foundation guy. The other three are still watching. They're too distracted. As you go down the hallway, you see the guy just sitting down on the bench, and you didn't make any attempt to hide, so I have to roll a perception if he's noticed you.
The only one that's hiding is me, because I was told that he really hates humans. I'm gonna stay nearby, but basically out of sight.
As he looks up towards you, he looks tired. He's got like a coffee. He's got like a morning shadow on his face. Just he scratches it and he looks up, and you see his eyes suddenly go wide as he sees you. He's like,
Yes. Hello.
as you're about a couple getting closer towards him, he bolts.
No.
He drops cover.
I choose.
You can. Oh God. Okay. Well, it is time.
I just want to talk. Please.
This
not
is
getting
going to be
anywhere.
fun,
Oh gosh. Okay.
and he is going to attempt for this round. What's it going to happen is that it's going to go down, as in that's going to be the order. And it's just a nice little small fun thing to introduce to chase mechanics. It's fine.
Can I do
Glitch step.
spells and chase?
Oh. I would give you a plus. If you're going to use glitch step, I will give you a +4.
Okay, cool.
However, remember, you can also set this up because there are going to be dangers which you could use to this. Is this a once a day ability or?
Yeah, it's once a day. I meant to click it so that I could read it, and I just instantly put it in the.
That's fine, don't worry.
You spend a spell slot. You have to use that as many spell slots as you have, or
Oh yeah, that's true. I think it's also. Let me check. I was pulling this up as a reminder, and I forgot to do that. Where's my?
Right, so first things first, he is going to use the mechanic speed up, and he is going to be able to move forward one step. Basically, he's dashing down the hallway. You can see people like getting out of their way. You can see the technicians. He dives and slides under one of the technicians, and just as he's reaching the wall into his slide, you see his legs so he twists unnaturally, hiss out some sort of steam, and he kicks off and dashes down the other side of the hallway, getting just out of sight. If you wish to
Okay.
keep up with him, you can use keep pace or speed up or.
Right.
yeah, your hacks seem to work like my revelations. You seem to be able to use them as much as you want, as long
Yeah.
as you like the actions available. So
Mhm.
So okay, I'm I'm not pacing myself. I'm going all in on this guy. So very first thing glitched up, gotta nip this shit in the bud, or at least try to.
Ah, you're using that. Okay then.
So, damn it! Oh, wait, I
it's
did 2 rolls.
27.
Can we do the
Would you
first?
Oh wow, 27. Yeah, first one's always taken into
Yeah,
account.
you
So
Take too long.
you are just gunning it. You're just flying under, diving over people, just like you're moving at breakneck speeds, trying to keep up with this dude, and you do manage to move up with him. You're like right on his ass as he's running. He's like, "Stay away from me!" Even with his robotic flipping enhancements,
I promise. We just want to talk.
Can I use
That's
my
what you said to
attuned
me, others.
mechanics and chases like as?
You can. I would give you bonuses depending on what ability you say you want to use.
Well, I'm just gonna start going into graviton attunement so that if I get close to this guy, I can just yeet him up into the air. But that'll take 3 turns before I can actually. Or no, I think I grab with the gravity. Yeah, if I get in 30 feet of him. Okay. How much distance are on these demarcations in this? So I think it was whenever we were doing vehicle chases. I think it was like 50 feet. Was it every?
What? No, it's not feet. It's just paces. Like this is how we're doing it. Like these squares. This is chase mechanics, vehicle chase mechanics, but they can easily be reused as this mechanics.
Yeah, but I think when we like did the vehicle chase, you had like every pace was a certain distance, wasn't it?
He can't do that
No,
on foot.
That's like a suggested distance
Yeah.
in vehicles.
He can't actually do that, and I guess I have to apologize. That's because of me, because I can move 360 feet per round because of jet dash. So if we do that, there wouldn't be a chase.
Well, he does have jet dash too, so if I did that, then it would only be him and Aiden. Thematically, in other words, speed is a factor, but this dude is also using like he's going through like closing doors. There are people in the way that slow guys down. Like this is how you're keeping pace. You're basically going left and right and using the environment.
All right. In that case, then I'm just gonna make my acrobatics check to try and keep up with Bryn. Probably can't keep up with that, but hey.
You managed to. You are actually keeping pace.
Oh, there you go.
Thiveron, you have access for security. So is anybody else keeping up, or are you guys staying there as these guys are following?
Oh no, I'm moving.
Go ahead. You can do any of the mechanic moves.
I wanna speed up so I can catch up to him faster. And I'm gonna use my jet dash ability. I'm not sure if that's gonna give me any bonuses. And I will use acrobatics. Oh wow, I nearly rolled a 1. God damn.
I mean, it's still pretty good for a. If you rolled a 2 and got a 20, that's pretty good.
Yeah, what the heck
Don't
are
wait,
your
you-
acrobatics?
You managed to keep pace. Well, he's built for speed and acrobatics. This is what he does.
Thiveron, since you're into the computers, see if you can find me a path to cut him off, even if it's a long way around.
Oh, yeah, just let him read the map off to you real quick. And
What can I roll to try and close off this guy's escape routes?
Well, for security, so basically you're talking security where it's like we could try start closing shutter doors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Thiveron, basically you're joining me as a DM in this phase because you're going to be making the hazards. If you're good. Nice. Okay then.
I think what I'll do is because I imagine like Kuzon would be standing there, it's like what's happening, and then I see like everybody starts running and Aiden just like makes him eat his dust because Kuzon can't compete with how fast Aiden's moving. I think Kuzon would like run and he'd try to find like an access hatch, and rather than like try to keep up with them with raw speed, I try to like squeeze into an air vent and try to cut corners and try to like just navigate the maze work of stuff as quickly as I can to try to make up the difference, if that makes any sense. What would you, I guess, I don't know what kind of role would that be, like would that be like an engineering role to be like what access hatch connects to where they're going?
That would probably, if you want, you could still roll acrobatics, but you'd get a +4 if you're going an alternative route that only you can take.
Yeah, because I can squeeze through like really tiny spaces.
Yeah, so if you want, you can do acrobatics at +4 or an athletics at +4.
I'll do an acrobatics because I am better at acrobatics. Is that
Not that much better by the looks of things.
You're not you're not so used to this. So in other words, you basically stay where you are for the time being, as you're like going about and you're like, what the hell is it? Right, technically everyone does move up a space, but since you're all chasing in this route, so yeah, Thiveron is basically the one being off the side because he's using all the shutters and closing them, and that creates a hazard. The closing shutters are starting to come down, and this would make so you cannot use.
So close the blast door.
Yeah, you're closing them. So this will prevent people from using the speed up action.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Yes.
Can I roll anything? Like, does he get a DC against it? Or...
Yeah, in other words, he can't just use his speed, starts like about to speed away.
Okay. And I will go over the comms and let him know that I'm cutting off his escape routes and send him whatever plans that, if I can do both of these on the same turn anyway, send him like the shutters that I'm closing.
As they're closing, basically, yeah. However, this guy is going to use the trick action. As the shutters start coming down, you see him suddenly stop at the end of the hallway, look back towards you guys, and just suddenly ram his shoulder through one of the weakened panels. And as he goes through, use his hand to rip off one of the pipes, sending steam out in front of it. And this will, let me see if it's successful. Will the steam last? Yes, it will. So you two get, people who are chasing him get a -2, people who are right behind him. So Bryn and Prava, you guys can use the speed up action. Essentially, these guys, his rolls are blocked off, so he can't speed up, but you guys can.
Okay, I wanted to see if I could use holographic image to make it seem like in front of him, wherever he's going, there's like just like a solid barrier. Like just cut off more routes.
Holographic image, let's see. Use effective is. Oh, so you want to try using basically the trick action on him, but
Yeah.
while you're behind him.
Yeah.
I would allow this since it's his effective use of your ability. You roll me your. Let's see. For this, I would say roll me mysticism. Basically, you're using your power to put it back up in time. Oh yeah, I would say that. That's 15 plus frequency level. Okay. Let me roll the DC. Okay, so yes. Essentially, as you're putting this up, he's like, and he takes a less optimal route. The next roll he does will be at a -2. He's like trying to dodge, like, where these walls coming from? And he's going through maintenance ways and everything.
Do I need to roll acrobatics to keep up with him too, or is that my?
No, you will progress one space, so you will stay basically in the turn order where you are. During this turn phase, you will move up. So don't worry. You are still chasing him. Prava, what did you want to do?
Can't do anything too fancy this turn, so I'm just going to speed up again and hopefully set up for next turn.
Okay. Ooh. Let me see.
I am close to a friend. I'm going to use my racial ability that I never actually used. Ever. It lets me re-roll if I'm in a certain distance of my friends.
You're actually using it. Go ahead. My buddy old pal.
Hey. Oh.
No.
Okay.
It's not a
Let me
one.
see.
Awkward. It's a DC 17 though, so it's still a. You know what it's called.
Okay, so since you did fail by that much, essentially you're like, don't worry, I'll take this way, and one of the shutters just closes proper. As during the phase, you do actually move back. As you accidentally slammed into one of the sudden closed shutters.
Ow! Oh, hey Aiden.
Hey, don't worry about it, Prava. I'll get him.
Please do.
Aiden, what did you want to do?
Since Thiveron sent me the data, does it look like I might be able to use some kind of alternative route to cut him off, or should I keep chasing him? Anything I can spot?
You want to use an alternative route? Let me see. I would give you a +2 to your acrobatics, since you do have an aid of Thiveron and all these closing.
Okay.
And you. So basically, since you were one step behind, essentially Thiveron's like, yeah, you gotta go this way and this way and this way.
Gotcha. So 29.
Yep. Essentially, you just dash up to the side and go there, and as you see this guy finally come out of, like, you're starting to get into a section of the ship that's barely complete. The white panels and the Leica come off. You don't see as many holograms, but you see this dude dive out of the mechanic's way as you, basically, just as Brian comes out of the same area, join her right behind the dude. He's like, dish, 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 dish. All you hear him shout is, "Leave me alone! I won't let you kill me like you killed the others!"
That's an
Excuse me. Like I'm aghast. I'm chasing him hard. This man.
Oh yeah, that will make him calm down.
Oh,
Yep.
By the way,
He's like, "Leave me alone! How dare you, sir!"
I'd like to imagine that Bryn is barreling down on him like a bat out of hell, and Aiden's just casually jogging next to her. Wow, I didn't think you got it in you. You're a real athlete at heart, huh?
I am filled with I'm small but determined.
She's filled with determination.
Kuzon, what did you wish to do?
I think what I'll do is, I'm just thinking. Can I, so this guy, like, they're obviously running, right? Can I get to, like, a computer terminal? What I want to do is I want to figure out if there is a, if I can detect if any ships are getting prepared to take off in the station.
There are a few shuttles.
Yeah, so like I kind of want to like isolate the ships with engines that are hot and send that information to the rest of the group. Basically, just being like, if this guy's getting off this ship, he's probably going one of these ways. And
You do
then-
notice, but the thing is, you also notice something. He doesn't seem to be going to any of them.
Oh, I see.
He seems to be going to a more incomplete area of the station. The
Okay.
route he's taking is super weird.
Yeah, so I guess in this case, it's like it looks like this guy's gonna throw himself in space. Okay. I guess I'll just keep going to attempt to cut him off, I guess. While I'm running. It's a good thing I have an exocortex. Lets me do computer things while running.
And you use a split route, so you may use it.
Nah.
Do have a +4 though. You are trying your best. However, your alternate route eventually converges, and you pop out where Prava is. You come out with vent. You're like, okay.
Prava's there with like a twisted mandible and like a little bit of blood in his nose, looking over like, hey.
Perfect. Let's see, shall we?
I've got something special for the next turn.
Okay, he's going to be using 2 actions at -4.
Damn it, I was gonna do that.
He also has a -2. Is that an?
Yeah, and he still has -2 because this is his new action. Let me see. His evade action did fail, just in case you guys tried to catch up, but he did manage to keep pace. But now there is a new route. You see him running towards what appears to be an unfinished section of the space station. And as he's nearing it, he's going to have to make a hazard check, because it counts as a trap. And he barely makes it by a flipping breath. You can see him like lift up his arm for a moment, type something in, and you just feel suddenly, with the shutters closing behind you, this section suddenly goes decompression commencing, and the doors before you open up. Suddenly the dude leaps out into open space between 2 unfinished sections. You can see him floating and rolls to a stop on the other side. You can see him like looks back towards you, like you guys, not thinking you're going to do the same thing. Like he's like I'm here.
That's where you're wrong, bucko.
Oh, you bet I'm gonna do. I follow. Can I follow?
You can do. This is a chase.
I continue to follow.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Yes. Sorry, I'm looking at all the things.
So basically, you run up. You also leap towards it. Are you going to use your boots?
Yeah, my boots.
I'll grant you. Let's see.
I can.
I'll grant you a +4 to that because you're using your items. And the guy's like, "What the fuck?" You see him just turn around and go towards the door. Are you using the speed up action? Was that what that was?
Yeah.
I see. Now you are basically right behind him as he's going in through the door. You're just right on his ass as he's like, holy shit. You can't hear.
You won't harm you. I just want to talk, but you're running away. I don't know what you expect.
Sadly, you can't hear that because there's no oxygen or air.
Oh wait, how are we? Oh, we're not breathing.
Oh
huh?
no! By the way, yeah, you may not have known, but armor has basic environmental protections. They can't protect you forever, but they will protect you for a moment.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Hence why he was able to jump. Aiden, your turn. What are you
I
doing?
am going to do double maneuver as well, and I'm gonna take a -4 to have 2 actions. First of all, I am going to speed up to catch up to him. So I'm gonna use jet dash, I'm gonna take a running start, and I'm literally gonna leap right after him like I was arrow fired from a bow.
Yeah, you do. Just.
And now that I'm here, I am going to engage him. And as I am engaging him, I am going to use this ability to basically turn the attack that I'm engaging him into a grapple.
You keep doing this, but I keep telling you that's through objects.
Why through objects only?
Because it literally says so in the description. That's what it
I have
was.
to bypass hardness. Okay, never mind then. That was
You
just
keep forgetting, I've lowered the combat maneuvers in order to make it more possible.
Well, can I just
You
do
don't
a
need that.
normal maneuver to grapple him then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, should I roll an attack or should I still keep rolling acrobatics?
You can roll an attack.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a CQC one. Go. I'm gonna assume there's no need to roll for trick attacks. That's probably not a thing right now, so... 24.
24. Alright, so as you're running, you are basically right on him. You are just grabbing at his coat at this very moment. The chase isn't over just yet, but you have like a firm grasp on his coat.
Actually, since both my actions are at -4, that's a 20. I'm not sure if it still hits.
Oh. I would say instead you have a light grasp on his coat then. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, so basically you're like grabbing just the end of his coat and he's like, ugh.
Come here, you.
Right. Kuzon and Prava, what are you two doing?
The gap looks pretty. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess I
mean,
could try taking a double maneuver as well.
what I'll do here is, are you approaching like graviton attunement?
I'm fully graviton attuned now. Yeah.
Okay. Describe the ventilation system in here.
Ventilation system is rather wide. It could probably fit someone of Bryn's size.
I want to use my action to to push Prava to the ventilation shaft and then use a resolve point, empower the motor, and just push him there.
So you're
Are you loading? Are you like loading Prava as a bullet or something? What's going on?
so basically, if you use that, essentially you're using the mechanics handles, because when you're in one of the maintenance vents, you can grab onto these handles and just start them up, and they will shoot you fast along things. So basically, you're speeding one of those up through the vents. That's what you're doing.
But I'll use my action to do it for Prava, because I think Prava's the one that needs to get there.
I would say that you can take for this. You can take. Yeah, any action you take will be at a +4. As
So would that be like an engineering check to not bash him in?
No, it's fine. You can do that since you're. Does your skill require an engineering check?
No, I just spend a resolve point. Well, it is.
Yeah,
I spend a resolve point and I plug up a motor, and I know fans have motors, so it's the same principle.
Yeah. So yes, that's fine. So basically, you're starting up the winch process. Okay. So Prava, you now got a +4 as you're being loaded in like a cannonball.
Yeah, awesome then. I'm going to speed up as much as I can then. I like the picture. It's kind of like what's it called? Those like guns that are like magnetically accelerated.
Oh,
Makes
yes.
like a
Railgun.
gravity well around himself, and Kuzon just like shoots him through, and he uses the gravity to keep himself like stable in the middle and not
Nice.
smear himself on the walls. Yeah, so I'm gonna take like the double maneuver, so I get a negative, but I think the negative's like completely off.
Yeah, it's counted out by the +4. Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the acrobatics check.
I would say you could. You still move up, but you are lagging behind still.
Okay. So I'm here now.
Yeah, round about there.
Okay. At this range, I'm not gonna try to. Can I like black hole and try to like? This is a construction site still. Yeah, there'd be like all sorts of like construction materials and stuff along the walls and like.
So you want to pull down like
I want to pull like all the
walls
debris and junk around and try and like clamp down on
Block him.
top of this guy. Yeah.
Go ahead. That's going to become a hazard as well.
Okay. Would I do a roll for that, or would I just?
Yeah, you can roll. No, you don't have to. Yeah, you just
'cause my
create. I say you create a hazard. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Right. I'll say you create a hazard then. Right. But first, Thiveron, what are you doing? Are you doing anything with things?
He's in a section of the ship that's unfinished, right? What can I do from the computer?
There is also doors you can do. You can burst a pipe or two. You can cause something to electrify.
See, well, here's the thing. Thiveron is desperately trying to do something, but he's not. He's definitely no Kuzon, and so he continues to close doors frantically.
Okay, so basically you're going to probably close the back door so air starts to be restored to the area. Oh, I didn't mention, but all three of you, like the guy, Aiden, and Ryan, you just see this bug suddenly shoot out from one of the vents, roll to the ground, and pull down debris from above. That's how that went down. Since the vents are still connecting the sections. And as you're bringing down doors and debris and everything, God, this is going to be some minuses. Let's have a look. I can't take a...
I am also engaged with him. I'm gonna assume that gives him some minuses.
Yeah, no. Let's see if he can... Right. So, essentially, since you're in the same area as him and he is also going to roll, you see not only the door coming down, which he just managed to slide under, but you can also see debris about to fall down on him as well. You two are going to have to avoid this as well, as you're also like right on him.
Okay.
But how do you wish to avoid it? Because Aiden, what are you going to do to avoid it?
Well, if I am not capable of parkouring and neatly dodging, I wanna use a combination of my evasion and my toughness feat to basically tank through it. Like the Juggernaut barrowing down, just power through it.
I would say give me an athletic... No, wait a minute. Yeah, constitution if you just want to take it. Roll me a constitution check.
There is no such check in this game, dude.
The constitution save then. It's fine.
You mean a
can do
fort
it.
save?
Fort save, sorry.
Fortitude.
Why does it say constitution text?
God, I'm bad at those. That's not that bad, I guess. Rolled above average.
Starfinder, TBH.
Yeah, because that's weird, because that is a feat. That's weird. Anyway, yes, fortitude, let's see. So basically, as the debris and pipes fall down, you just hold up your arm, just breaking some of them as you force your way through. Brian, what about you? I would like to remind you that you do have something to deal with this.
Yeah, I do have the glitched up, so I can just pew through it. I was just wondering, can I only do one spell per move? Because I had two things.
No, this is essentially you avoiding the hazard.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do another glitched up and just move through. And the glitched up is I imagine it very much like Vanellope von Schweetz. Like, you just see her shimmer in and out of existence sporadically and then leap forward.
You just leap forward. Yeah, and as you leap forward, you just pass through all the bits and pieces of debris falling through you, almost like small bits of debris of air is like right through it. This dude is not so lucky. So, what is your next move? As before I describe what happens to him.
Oh, I was gonna grab onto him and use personal gravity and make myself heavier to drag him down. That was my plan. Where's my personal gravity?
You're getting bonuses for this, but I won't tell you right now. Honestly.
I'm using all my spells, but it's just so cool that I had to.
Okay, so let's see. Could you make an attack?
How do I just do an attack roll?
You can just use your weapon attack.
Okay.
And we just remove pluses for, you know, the weapon proficiency and stuff. Would you like me to click it for you?
It's not letting me do it. Yeah, can you click it for me? I can't.
Okay.
I've tried clicking all the things.
There we go. Right, with his huge amount of minuses to everything, and you see the debris just falling all over him, he's just about to keep running before he's just yanked back by both Aiden holding onto his coat barely, and Bryn also holding onto his coat but weighed down like a brick. You can even see the floor buckling under her a bit as he just... And he lands on the ground in a heap, battered, bruised from the bits of debris. He's like, and you see he just passes out, just...
Aiden gives Bryn a thumbs up and a big smile. You're surprisingly quick on your feet. Nice job.
Thank you. I am. I hope he is okay.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He'll be fine.